Brad has had to overcome a lot to get this far, and at times, well, he's really rode his luck. But he's finally found somewhere safe, somewhere maybe he could make home. Yes, indeed, Brad spent the night in the gas station. And before we move on, before we head back to base, more on that later, let's just finish looting the rest of this gas station. There could potentially still be quite a lot of food here. Okay, well that is the gas station completely looted, and hopefully the main sort of area, northern part of Ekron, completely cleared out of zombies. Brad's going to make his way back down the high street, clearing out the zombies as he goes, and then we're going to start making plans to make a base. Okay, well it has been a long, slow walk for Brad. He's walked right down the high street of Ekron, pretty much half of the town, and before he got to his base, he'd come across just 2 zombies, but as always, there always seems to be zombies hanging right outside wherever his safe house is or his vehicle is. But it's just 3. Brad's got this. Now, just up ahead, that is the community centre of Ekron. And that is what Brad is going to make his new base. It's a fixer-upper. There's a lot of work to do, but it's time to start moving in. And let's start by dropping off all the food that Brad's got into the kitchen. And then Brad's going to run through some of the plans that he's got for this building for the future. Oh my god, that made me jump. Oh my god, just dropping off the food. It's just sometimes it just feels like there's not a moment's rest for Brad. And he looked around outside, he looked off into the distance. Didn't see a single zombie. Let's close that window. Let's finish dropping off the meager amount of food that Brad's been able to collect. I mean, this is about a day's worth of food for him. Okay, well that is all of Brad's gear that he had on him that he's looted these last few days in Ekron. His inventory is pretty tidy now. Now we've got a start of some sort of basic storage system now. We've got all the medical stuff here. We got the few items of food that Brad's got. As I said, it's barely enough to last him a day. And we got some alcohol, some lighters. We've got actually quite a few seeds. So maybe as it's raining, we should even think about planting some cabbage seeds. Really start to get things going in the right direction. We've got weapons. We got some books there. And we do have a storage area here with more weapons and general sort of clothing and tools. Now, this is the community centre on the outskirts of Ekron. So it is right next to a lake. It is on the outskirts of town. So to the east, there are wooded areas. We could set up some traps. It's got an upstairs. Always need 2 levels. This is going to be Brad's living quarters, living space. It's got a lot of work to do. We need to find a sledgehammer. We need to knock down some walls. It's going to be a long-term process, that is for sure. I'm seeing this as the bedroom already. What have we got on here? Anything useful? We'll take that for... I think we can use that to craft a gas mask, right? Or gas mask filter. But first things first, we're going to start getting to work on some carpentry. I'm going to kill 2 birds with 1 stone. Have we got any useful books? Ooh, we do. Foraging. Excellent. But let's just grab all that. But we're going to start disassembling the desks. As I said, kill 2 birds with 1 stone. Clear the area. And let's just get those. And also get some important carpentry XP. Because believe it or not, we actually need to get that carpentry up a little bit more if Brad's going to be able to pick up a bed. He's going to need somewhere nice to sleep. He's fed up of sleeping in the cab of that truck. So let's get to work. Okay, well it looks like this is still going to be a problem in the short term. Where this guy came from, I have absolutely no idea. Let's check the windows on the east side. Make sure there's no further ways for them to get in. We've got a few broken windows. We've got forested area to that direction, as I said, so there's going to be times where Brad is going to just come around a corner and there's just going to be a random zombie there. Now, as you can see, the rain is really coming down. So Brad hasn't actually done much disassembling. It looks like the rain is here all day, so this is too good an opportunity to miss. We're going to just put that bin down somewhere. Oh no, there's a bin here already. Okay, we're going to grab the garden hoe and grab the cabbage seeds and get those planted, because if we get this done now, and if it rains all day, we're basically going to be able to not need to water those cabbages for a couple of days. Now, cabbages also grow the fastest, so they grow in a couple of weeks. So this is too good an opportunity to miss. We've got more zombies outside, haven't we? Yep, we got another zombie. Just the one though, just the odd zombie running, wandering into the area. Okay, let's grab that garden hoe, those cabbage seeds, and let's get them planted. Let's take advantage of this rain. Okay, well I guess just here, right next to the kitchen, in this little area here, is as good a place as any to get some crops planted. So let's get to work. Hey, well, we can't even plant a few crops without getting interrupted. Now, how good is the garden hoe? That's pretty effective. I mean, the range on this thing is crazy long. And there's another couple. Alright, well, I guess we're just going with the garden hoe. That is actually pretty good. I've never used the garden hoe as a weapon before. That was pretty good. Maybe we should see garden hoes as something a little bit more than just for planting crops. And we've got 50 seeds. That's enough for 5 plots. We do have some tomato seeds. I'm thinking maybe we should just plant those as well. They do take about a month to grow, but they're not going to grow if we don't plant them. So let's do it. Okay, well there we go. That is a lot of crops planted. Brad is going to be looking forward to trying some fresh cabbage and tomatoes. We got 5 plots of cabbage, and what have we got? 5 plots of tomatoes. Awesome. Okay, well let's get back to disassembling, clearing out upstairs, getting that carpentry XP, and then Brad's going to take a little trip to the farming and rural supply store, see what goodies we can find there. Okay. Oh, that was good timing. Well, that is all the desks, all the wooden furniture, anything that can be disassembled with carpentry done. And as you heard, that is level 1 carpentry. But man, Brad has got a lot way to go to become a complete survivor, that is for sure. But he's getting there. Every little bit he's getting there. We can disassemble all of these plastic tables for carpentry as well. But we're going to need to barricade, I think, these windows before we get to sleep. It's quite a lot of work there. So Brad has been able to disassemble all of the plastic tables. He's managed to get just enough planks to be able to put 1 plank on every broken window. Now Brad is going to be sleeping upstairs on the couch. Obviously a bed is a priority, but I think he's going to be okay. There's a door on the room. Let's get him to sleep. The poor guy's exhausted. Okay, well Brad has made it safe and sound through the night. He's woken up hungry, and it's just a permanent feature. Man, this guy's hearty appetite is just unreal. I did hear a zombie sound somewhere. Ooh, it's queasy. Okay, guess we need to move those bodies. Now Brad's radiation level is almost completely cured. He's been chugging those iodine pills. 24 rads, that's all that's left. So he's almost completely cured radiation sickness, but I think this sickness that we're seeing now is queasiness. That is just that's corpse sickness. So that's going to be one of the first things that he does today, is removing the corpses from inside the building. But first, it's a perimeter check. Okay, well during the night a couple of zombies got inside. They keep wandering in from that forested area. So I've got 2 zombies, but only 2, and there's lots of stores, so although it might take a while to clear the area, properly make this place secure, I think Brad is going to be okay. He's going to be safe sleeping upstairs. Okay. Right, so that's the area secure. Let's get all of these dead zombies outside. We don't want Brad to get any more sick. Okay, but it has taken pretty much most of the day, but this is finally the last corpse inside the building. Hopefully this sickness will go away. Now Brad did get a scratch on his hand when he somehow managed to run the wrong way and ran right into a group of zombies and fell and scratched his hand. Now that was healed in pretty much 36 hours, and it's been about 24 hours since that was healed. So I really hope that this queasiness is just corpse sickness and it's not an infection. The wound did not get infected, but to go down to a scratch, that would be difficult to take after all this that Brad has achieved. Now it's 4:30, there's still 3, 4, 5 hours of daylight. It's time to head on into town and grab some loot. Brad is low on food. Maybe you can get into the bookstore as well as the farming and rural supply store, and we can get some good loot. Okay, so Brad is going to start at the northern tip of town. I think there's a restaurant just here on the left. Inevitably there are some zombies, but we're going to start at the northern end. I think there's a restaurant there, and work our way down, see what loot we can find. Okay, now can we not have any death screams? Thank you very much. Okay, there we go. That's that group taken care of. It's good to keep the area clear and only having to kill a few zombies to do it. Let's get over to this restaurant. Okay, well, it doesn't look that promising. It's not a restaurant, it's just a small burger bar. But what there is there's a lot of zombies. Well, 5 or 6. It shouldn't be any problem for Brad as long as the zombies are nice and quiet. And maybe we can find a few morsels of food, because Brad is getting really hungry. Okay, let's check the corpses, see if we can find anything useful. Okay, well, there's a zombie on the front door, which is also locked, so we're going to have to sneak in the back. Ooh, that's a nice big kitchen. Hopefully we can find some food, but let's make sure the whole restaurant is clear first. Okay, we got this. There we go. Brad just loves those stealth attacks. Okay, Brad has filled up his water, but he's just washing as many of his clothes as he can. Maybe just the sheer amount of blood he's got on him is also just making him feel a little bit queasy. Okay, come on, let's see what we got in the kitchen. We're probably just going to find sacks and rotten potatoes, but you never know, maybe we might find some marinara. We'll take anything at this stage. Absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. Okay, well, let's move on. Let's just wash as many clothes as we can before we do that. Well, Brad's been working his way down the high street, looting as he goes, still hasn't found any food. This guy is hungry, and this is the turn to his new base, the community centre. There's quite a big group of zombies just kind of appeared from nowhere. We're going to have zero tolerance. We're going to react with extreme prejudice to any zombies move into the area. We want to take them out. We don't want to leave them to potentially cause a problem later. Okay, this is the last one. Brad's getting good at this. Okay, so Brad's back in the food market. Now, this is all rotten. But we didn't actually check all of these crates. Yes, absolutely amazing. Brad might have to eat all of this right now. Okay, well, there we go. For the first time in a long while, Brad's tummy is actually well fed. It won't last long. Ooh, there we go. But finally, found some food. Ooh, yes, there we go. Yeah, we've got a few more hours of daylight. Let's see where else Brad can get into. Okay, well, Brad's just checking this strip mall. Yeah, there's about 3 or 4 units. And I can't remember what is at the end. What have we got? Butchers or something. Yeah, they're all going to be rotten. Okay, well, that's the whole strip mall searched, and Brad is walking out here with a decent amount of food, but again, it's probably going to barely keep him going for a day. Let's see if we can finish up in style and get into the bookstore, see what valuable skill books we can find. Well, again, there's more work for Brad to do. This is an area he's been through, an area he's cleared, but somehow, from somewhere, we've got more zombies coming into the area, probably moving up from the south. The south of Ekron is a bit of a disaster. There's huge hordes there, so if they're moving slowly north, we can whittle down the numbers, but at some point, that is something that Brad is going to have to face up to. But let's get into the farming and rural supply. We can hopefully find some more seeds. I mean, could we find a sledgehammer? Yeah, here we go. Now this place has a gun section, if there is such a thing. So there we go. We've got farming volume 1. That's exactly what we need. But who knows what guns? Maybe we'll find a few. Oof, I thought they were right on top of Brad. Then maybe we can find a few boxes of shotgun shells. You know what? I'm not going to push it. It is really dark in there. Brad is getting more and more tired with every passing moment. He's got time in his hands, you know. He doesn't have to push it. He's got a decent amount of food. He's got somewhere safe to sleep. The area is largely clear of zombies, and perhaps most importantly, it is not a radiated zone. Things are looking up for Brad. Let's get him back to base. Let's get some sleep. Well, Brad made it back safe and sound without any problem to his safe house, his base. Well, you know, in fact, maybe we should actually call it a home. It looks like it's a foggy day outside, and I think we did hear some banging. Now, the whole northern part of Ekron is pretty empty, as we know, so this is a really, really good opportunity. Man, where do these guys keep coming from? To really stock up on some loot, particularly food, but we got a bit of a pest problem. We got these guys here, so before Brad goes out, before he goes back into Ekron on another loot run, he's going to cut down some trees, and he's going to put 4 planks, 2 on either side, on every single window downstairs. We do not want to get attacked in his sleep, and he doesn't want to come downstairs in the morning, go around the corner and get his face eaten off by a zombie that came in through those windows at night. So let's grab an axe, and let's cut down some trees, and let's do some barricading. Okay, well, it took Brad an absolute age to find his fire axe, and it made him realise that just how much loot he's got still in the back of that truck. He's got nowhere to put it. Now, apparently, if you swing and hit the trees like that, the axe you're using uses a lot less damage. It's apparently much better than doing the cut down tree. But we're going to kill 2 birds with 1 stone again and cut down these trees. That will improve line of sight for Brad, and then we're going to fire on all these barricades. I've got about 6 windows, so there's a lot of work to do. Okay, well, this is what Brad is afraid of, the noise of the tree cutting, bringing out random zombies on his ass. It's going to be difficult to see with the fog. The risk of getting caught, getting crept up on from behind is quite high. Okay, well, Brad's just come inside to grab an axe, I mean some more nails, and we've got another zombie that's coming through the window. They are incredible at finding Brad. And we've got another zombie on the door somewhere. Okay, well, that is the first window. Nope, we need 1 more barricade inside. We're going to do 2 barricades other sides. It's a total of 4 barricades. That means that Brad will still be able to look outside and see what is going on, but also obviously he's going to have 4 planks as a zombie right this. Yeah, we'll just casually barricade this door, this window. It just goes to show what a veteran Brad is now. He's not fussed with those zombies. He's not scared. Yeah, let's go and sort out this zombie before they actually break the barricade. And we got another one. Let's lead them away from the crops. You don't want to get any zombie blood on the crops, right? Man, where are these zombies coming from? Just a constant flow of 1s and 2s. An ever-present danger, an ever-present threat for Brad. Okay, man, that took a while. Did they break the barricade? They did. They did. Well, that's pretty annoying. We got these trees here. Let's get back to work. We got another zombie, at least one. Oh, that was a bad miss. No, we got at least 2, 3, 4. Man, keep coming out of those trees and really slowing Brad's progress down. Now, this is an opportunity for Brad to get a little bit of XP into the axe. We've got quite a few axes and it'd be nice to make use of them. Definitely a work in progress though. Right, now let's see if we can actually get this job done. Okay, again, the noise of the fire axe draws out the zombies. I mean, maybe in a way that's a good thing. They're skulking in the forest at the moment. Bringing them out here does remove the threat permanently. And the fog is slowly lifting as well. But it's already 1 o'clock now. I'm really worried about that queasy. Oh man, I'm really worried about all these zombies in the forest as well. But that queasy moodle is not going away. It has been a couple of days since Brad fell and got a small scratch on his right hand. What a way to go that would be. That would be difficult to take. And that queasiness is still there. Now, Brad has been very carefully taking his iodine pills, so he's now completely cured, and we're not in a radiation zone. He's washed his clothes, he's removed all the corpses, so there's no real obvious reason for that queasy noodle to still be there. It's getting to be a concern. So at long last, this is the final window. Every window now, there's 6 of them, there's 2 on each wall. So there's 6 windows on this ground floor in total, so that's needed a lot of barricades. It has taken a lot of time, but it's been time well spent. We've got to make the base safe, but also this also gets some much needed carpentry XP for Brad. But now it's time to head into town, and we're going to get into that farming and rural supply store, maybe the bookstore, see what we can find. Okay, what Brad can actually find is quite a few zombies. Now there's a group of about 8 or 9. So we're going to go with the crowbar. Oh, that was dicey. That was poor. But we've got the crowbar. We should make short work of this, assuming the zombies are quiet, if you know what I mean. Okay, Brad is taking care of business. Oh, thought that was going to be finishing hit there. Ooh, let's grab that. We'll look at that later. Not now. Not while there's zombies nearby. Well, you know, I think I've said this before, but this is a sign of Brad's growing confidence. He's running towards the danger and not away. Man, these zombies are sleepy. We've got to keep this area clear. Got to keep it safe. Okay, man, these corpses are absolutely piling up. Nice. Okay, that is the threat taken care of. There are some more down the block, but we're not going to go too far south because we're going to run into those massive hordes. Let's grab a bag. Hopefully we can fill it up with some awesome loot. We're going to hit up the farming and hunting supply store, and we're going to hit up the bookstore as well. Okay, well, Brad didn't actually realise just how far south he'd gone down Main Street. He's actually closer. Ooh, wow, that is quite a selection of weapons, is it not? He's actually closer to the police station than the rural supply store. So let's just head north. We don't want to draw too many zombies. Oh, now look what is around the back of the rural supply store. That is the one of the entrances into the residential area. Let's check out this truck. This looks promising. Okay, well, the truck is locked up tight, which is actually a good sign. That means it's a survivor vehicle, which means it's probably in very, very good condition. It might have a working battery and a bit of gas. That is, you can't have too many options when it comes to vehicles. You just can't. Okay, Okay, so Brad can finally finish what he started yesterday. Search through this farming and rural supply store. We should find more seeds. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Here we've got an excellent selection of axes here. There's actually some really good loot, and Brad's found 5 more packets of seed. Okay, we're in the back storage area. We'll take the duct tape, really useful for repairing broken weapons, but it's also absolutely essential for repairing a hazmat suit. Let's hope that day never comes. Ooh, we got our first bit of fishing gear. That's kind of what I was hoping for. It's a start. Could make a fishing rod. So maybe before too long, Brad will be fishing as well. And that forested area behind his home, that's what I'm going to call it for now, and his home is also going to be a really good place to set up some traps. Somewhere, yeah, they had to be on that door, didn't they? They had to be on that door. Well, that's going to make things tricky. It's going to be a little bit precarious trying to break down that door. As soon as that door goes down, that zombie is going to be right on top of Brad. Okay, well, so while the going is good, let's check out the police department. You can see it's pretty small, but that is going to be essential. This water dispenser now. Brad's planted some crops and he's got a lot more seeds, so he kind of wants to plant more, but before it can do that, it really does need to get a good supply of water going. So a second water dispenser would be absolutely ideal. There we go. Let's just take it all. Why not? Well, clearly there is not a lot of crime in Ekron. Maybe it's just a one police person town. Although there's a couple of desks there. But yeah, not much in the way of an armory at all. Barely nothing. Let's move the truck a little bit closer and we'll grab that water dispenser. That bookstore. Oh no, it's right there. That bookstore is a lot further south than Brad remembered. Okay, so we're a little bit vulnerable here, but Brad didn't see any zombies nearby at all, so it should be okay. Okay, let's get that water dispenser chucked in the back. We're going to carry on going south. We've got a couple more hours of daylight. Let's grab a new bag. Man, you can see just the amount of gear we've got in here that we need to unload. We've got nowhere to put it at the moment. It's a nice problem to have though. Let's see if we can finish up today with getting into that bookstore and finding some really valuable skill books. Okay, there it is. There's the prize. It looks pretty quiet around here. There's just that small group of zombies here, so this shouldn't be a problem for Brad at all. Okay, another one bites the dust, just 2 more. Now, I've got to say, this is the furthest south that Brad has been, and I was expecting there to be a lot more zombies than this. But we'll take the opportunity to grab the loot. Okay, we're in. Let's make this quick. Brad hasn't really checked out. Ooh, that is a lot of books. That is a lot of books. Now, I can't remember what Brad has and hasn't got, so we're just going to grab every single volume 1 and volume 2 that we come across. We've already read mechanics. Yeah, where do these zombies come from? There might be some more. Yeah, there's some more. There's always another zombie. But yeah, hopefully we can grab every single volume 1 and volume 2 book there is, because that bookstore looked really well stocked. Ooh, now we got something new here. Spare parts. And this is part of the mod Restore Utilities. Make sure you check it out so you can understand what that is all about. But there's actually a lot of components here. Hopefully Brad will be able to put those to use later on. For now, let's continue getting these valuable books. Okay, well that is what I call a well-stocked bookshop. Almost, but not quite, got a full set of carpentry, but we got a lot of volume 1 and volume 2 books for Brad to read. But let's get back to home, back to base. Okay, well, Brad has made it back safe and sound to his home, his base, his little safe area in this absolute world of madness. And as he has had a productive few days, we've taken over this community centre, we've barricaded it, made it safe. He's found a lot of loot, a lot of gear. Of course, totally missed that window barricading. Okay, so Brad just wanted to check all the barricades are in place, so no nasty surprises. Of course, now that Brad's got all the barricades in, there probably won't be any zombies that come and knock in for several days. But it was an important thing to do. We need to make this place safe if this is where Brad is going to sleep. But that is going to have to be all for today. Now, Brad has survived almost a whole month. And things... Oh my god. Did you just hear that? Yeah, we just had a zombie open the front door like they live here. The hell? Yeah, that is insane. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god, don't panic. Jesus. The threat is just constant. They probably followed the noise of the car, the truck. It's so dark in there and it's such a cramped space. I don't want to fight there. Man, let's lock that door. Will that stop them opening it? I really, really hope so. Man, that is really taken away Brad's feeling of safety, of achievement, of feeling like things are looking up. They're still out to get him. They're still a threat. They're still out there. Peace.